At the 2009 World Cup, talking with Emily Batty at the conclusion of the women's race. Emily finished second in the Espoir race, moving a little closer to the top of the standings. What was it like out there today? It looked pretty rough.
It was pretty rough. I guess it's a typical Quebec wet Mont Ste, but it's a lot of fun. And a lot of the stuff was rideable even though it was wet. I know a lot of people were running it, but I was in one of those moods where I just kind of wanted to keep riding. And it was probably slower, but I was pretty much riding pretty much everything. But I felt good. It was one of those days I just I felt good, but I wasn't covering ground very fast. But I look forward to next week. We think a little more than this week.
Now, you look like maybe you didn't get quite as good a start as you have in the past, because you seem to be fairly far back and having to move up a lot. Was that the case?
Yes and no. It's kind of typical. I don't always have the fastest starts. I usually take a couple laps to get completely warmed up and then start picking people off. But a lot of people had an even better, stronger day.
Okay. So no problems out there today?
No.
No?
No.
No crashes?
No, I took a crash yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On the rocky descent that I'm sure everyone's been talking about. But they put an alternate around it, which I was taking today. But
okay. So last question: what do you think about this course for Worlds next year?
I think they changed it this year compared to the last few years, and it's a lot more fun. I think it's a lot more like climbing, and I don't know. It'll be a fun, really awesome spectator course, and I don't know. It's gonna be a good event, and I don't know. It's a good course. There's a ton of technical stuff and a lot of climbing, so it's kind of your all-around course. So it's gonna be awesome.
Good. Thanks very much. McGrath, conclusion of the men's cross country at the 2009 Mont Ste World Cup. So Seamus, what's it like out there?
It was tough, man. It was just for me. I hadn't done a World Cup in about a year now. The last World Cup was this race last year, so didn't really know. I knew it was going to be fast, so I didn't really have the speed. I was just in survival mode. It was real slippery and no rest at all because the uphills are technical, downhills are technical. Yeah. You always had to be paying attention, so it was hard.
So I mean, 79 starting place, not a good place. How was it after the start section? Did you get caught up some traffic?
Yeah, it's all. I knew it was going to be like that, but it's racing, you know. If I haven't been doing the World Cups, I gotta fight from that position. So I just deal with it. Got a pretty good start, avoided some crashes, and sometimes you'll have to walk in the woods in a single track section. You just gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad.
Now, how about, the women had rain this morning and it got pretty slick. How was it for you guys?
It was slippery because when it dries out like that, it gets even slicker. It would have been might even been better if it was rain. Yeah. As it dried out, it just got really slick. It was dangerous.
Now I noticed you were taking the chicken route.
Yeah, for sure. It was. I rode it in training, but for me, in the race, I was just like, I just want to finish and get through this one and go from there.
Okay. So now, having done this, how do you feel about your chances are for being able to get to Worlds?
Yeah, it should be pretty good. I've sort of been ramping up my season from here on, so hopefully I can ride better and better till the end of the season, and hopefully they'll pick me for Worlds because proven many years that I can step up. So.
Yeah. And Bromont next week, another chance?
Yeah, for sure. Just working on the UCI points from Worlds, basically. So.
Okay. Well, thanks very much.
Yeah.